Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Annie Chang, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Best interview ever.
And YouTube
So
agrees.
far.
YouTube agrees with you, sir. Anyway, welcome. That's right, friend of the show, Annie Chang. Welcome back to another week of the Capes and Lunatics. I am
Phil, stop trying to make V happen. It's yours. Deal with it.
Show me another Capes and Lunatics, damn it. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that's jovial man from New Jersey.
Charlie, the Professor
And that's frightful female from Florida. It is.
Phil, they know who I am. I'm the effing juggernaut.
All 5'2" of her.
Don't
5'3.25", first of all.
You know it's a lie when you're adding in quarters, Will.
You're a guy, you can relate. Every bit counts.
Oh!
Yeah. To be fair,
Manscaped, sponsor us.
I was 5'11.75" most of my life. Although I have, as I've aged, I have finally lost my 3/4. So I am just 5'11" flat now.
So close.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right.
See,
So,
you can't even say you're 5'11" because people think you're like 5'8".
Yeah. No, but I am officially 5'11". You can only compress me so much. Then I reach critical mass, and it's not good.
he's got 6 inches of stash, Lil Hellfire.
Oh, before we get started on our Just Pure Comics, Charlie and I have to engage in our nonsense. Have you seen the Matt Pat Food Conspiracy Trilogy?
Oh, wait, which one is this?
It's his like last 3 ones where it's like the food pyramid, chicken nugget, which chicken nuggets are made of, things like that. Those last 3 food videos.
Yeah. I mean, first off, okay, just to get into the whole food pyramid thing, at no time, and maybe it's just because he's too young to know what an actual nutrition is, he never mentioned a square meal. The 4 basic food groups.
Butter?
No.
Lard?
The actual 4 basic food groups are meat, fish, and eggs, breads and cereals, dairy products, and fruits and vegetables. And it was this basic understanding that we had for years.
Well, the whole point of that propaganda was, food conglomerates and pushing their interests. Milk. Is milk really good for you? Should you be drinking milk past the age of 20? Probably not.
Look. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you have on your plate an equal amount of protein by weight, as vegetable by weight, as grain by weight, and dairy, because you're going to get that 8 ounces of wholesome milk, if you're a milk drinker, yes, or a nice block of cheese, again, which is high in protein and calcium, you're actually going to have a very well-balanced, healthy meal. It's going to be primarily...
Not if it's made in America. Just saying.
I mean, I'm just telling you what nutritional science was for centuries, until someone started to... Until
food conglomerates started to push their agenda.
No, it wasn't even... See, that's my thing. He's looking to blame the food conglomerates. The food conglomerates were happy with the square meal. And the fact of the matter is the square meal, which he doesn't even mention, which really made me so mad. He was focusing on this pyramid. And it's
because Illuminati, conspiracy. Come on, Charlie.
I understand that, but the pyramid is only... That's a millennial thing.
Thanks, Lo.
That's like something that started in the 90s. But like...
Actually, it started in the late 70s, but... Go off.
I mean, no, but nobody talked about stuff like that. No one really, and that's the thing. It wasn't like in the zeitgeist. Up until the 90s, it was always a square meal, which was, do you have your 4 basic food groups? Do you have a grain? Do you have a dairy? Do you have a fruit? Do you have a protein? That was always what it was. That was always what it should be. And then all of a sudden, somebody decided, oh no, we're gonna do this new thing where we're gonna have a pyramid, and we're just gonna say eat a lot of bread. And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, now we're mad about bread, and bread's gonna kill you. It's like, well, you put it in
American bread will kill you.
I like everything.
I do like everything, and everything is good. But the fact of the matter is that, and it's not American bread. Everyone eats white bread. Acting like, oh,
the way that we actually process it in the actual things. Why do you need fruit corn syrup in your bread? Why do you need that? You don't. That's my point. No,
it makes it rice.
They did it perfectly fine for centuries, and European bread actually tastes a lot better and doesn't make me.
No one denies that it tastes better. That it tastes better doesn't mean it's more nutritious. In fact, it's actually
white bread is terrible. Period. But
yeah, but the thing is that European white bread is actually
at least it's not cake. At least European white bread isn't considered cake.
That's the thing. American cake is healthier than European bread because American wheat flour is fortified with iron, niacin, and
fillers.
Hey,
it's not even the right iron. But I'm sorry, Phil. I just had to give his opinion.
If they grind, look.
If your body digests it and causes you to be inflamed, yeah, it's fine.
Look, all I'm saying is you grind up a Flintstone vitamin into it, everything is nutritious. So that's American nutrition.
And that's why Gen X is the way that they are. Thank you very much. Okay, comics.
I mean, look, you wanted to come to me about food, and I can talk about food.
Specifically his food conspiracies, though. That was the whole point, the pyramid conspiracy. I like the. It's not about the squares. It's not about the triangles. It's about the conglomerates that push their agendas. That's what he was trying to get at.
The whole thing, but even there, he falls off his own whack. That's my thing. This
from a guy who said it was not sponsored by Grubhub. At the end of the day, we know it was totally sponsored by Grubhub.
I'm just saying that when the entire and just to give people who don't really know, because when there was that big push for gluten, because that was the thing, it's like they put the bread at the bottom, and then because people were eating probably way too much bread, a lot of people started having tummy aches from eating too much bread. And then someone said, well, that's because of the gluten, and the gluten will kill you. Here's the thing about food science. We know so little about food science, it's ridiculous. There's literally not any honest assessment of what is or is not actually good or bad for you, and most likely every single human being digests food a little bit differently, and you should probably just eat things that don't make your stomach upset. If you just eat the things that your body feels good with, your body is probably going to do better with that thing. That's actually one of the biggest things. Here's actually the food conspiracy I want him to do. Okay, is everyone says, well, people didn't used to be sick from peanut butter when I was a kid. And actually, in truth, we were. People don't know this, but peanut butter was always said to be a source of salmonella.
Right.
Which would make you get really sick. Well, it would make you get sick when you ate peanut butter. And there were all these wives' tales about, don't let jelly get into the peanut butter jar because that's going to cause salmonella to grow, and then you're going to get sick from it.
Gave up to me.
And what it actually was kids were just getting sick from eating peanuts. And not anaphylaxis.
Well, legumes are not the best,
Well, lots of things are not the best. That's kind of the point, is that, there's a lot of food that people always had allergies for.
But again, the peanut butter conglomerate pushing their agenda. It's the best thing for grades K through 12.
Again, the actual issue is that the number of people that actually have a peanut allergy, first off, the number of people who have a severe peanut allergy is relatively small, just like every other major food allergy. And then usually you realize, this is a kid that can't eat gluten. Don't feed that kid gluten. And then that kid is fine. But it's not like the entire school has to stop eating gluten because there is a kid who can't eat gluten. And likewise with peanuts and everything else. And the entire issue is that you have competing conspiracies here. One is the quack medical. You have the quack nutritional conspiracy and the quack medical conspiracy that everyone is fighting over to see which brand of quack medicine is going to be in the zeitgeist. And in truth, if you just monitor what a kid eats, monitor what you as an adult eat, you're going to have a much healthier life than if you were constantly trying to read a book about what you should eat, when, you would know what you should eat by just saying, well, why do I always feel sick all the time when I keep on eating these things that aren't good for me? And it's not that it's good or bad for you. It's just, I always get a stomachache when I eat a Snickers bar, or I get a stomachache when I eat Wonder Bread. And then I switch to whole wheat bread, and suddenly now I feel better. Or I'm eating rye. Like pumpernickel I feel good with, and something else I feel bad with. I'm just saying,
We could have been 2 comic books deep already, Lilith Hellfire.
All right.
Sorry, all right, let's get to comics. I couldn't have an all comics hour. Come on.
You did food and conspiracies. Lilith, where do you think we're going with this? Okay, let's start.
Lilith, you asked him about a conspiracy and you expected him not to go on. Come on.
A food conspiracy. Do you know how much food I eat, Lilith?
Exactly.
Okay. Just for the rest of the episode, Lilith, don't ask him about pants or anything else he's interested in.
Screw the tyranny of pants. And that'll be my stand on it.
I'm wearing my sweatpants right now.
Boo! Tomato.
Lilith is like, that makes one of us.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about? Because I got like 1,000 books here. I got Devil's Reign. I got Maestro, World War M. I've got Monkey Prince. For those who haven't read it yet.
Charlie Esser, you go first. Pick one.
Okay, we're going to do Monkey Prince. Because it's been taunting me. So, has anyone here read Journey to the West? One of the founding mythos of Far Eastern literature. No one has actually read it. The book is like 8 million pages long. So no one has actually read it, but everyone has read enough of it that they've pieced the story together. And it follows a character named Monkey King and his wild adventures with his pig friend. That is not this story. This is the story of Monkey Prince, the, I guess, maybe half-human son, who is terribly afraid of Batman because Batman is the worst. Because when he was a little boy, he lived in Gotham, and Batman broke into his parents' home.
As you do.
To just beat the heck out of his poor mom and dad, who were a couple of scientists. They hench, as you do in the scientific. Look, it's a very
exactly
bad
in the real world. Seriously, exactly.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. You know what? Lex Luthor is paying. Penguin is paying. The Riddler is paying. If only Wayne Tech was hiring scientists right now, maybe we could have a nice legitimate job at Wayne Tech. But no, they have to make their money some other way. We don't really
Nailed it.
know how they make money. But anyway, so Batman comes. This poor little kid sees this big scary monster beating up his parents, and that makes him be afraid of bats and water and
I love Batman.
puddles. And this
Are you calling Ray the Monkey Prince, Philip? Are you getting Ray's origin story here?
So we get some story here, and then basically his parents have to go town to town, up and down the dial, finding supervillains to work for. Because it's a hard life being professional mad scientists. I'm sure his mom and his dad would have loved to had a. That's not his dad. That's secretly this guy, the sidekick of Monkey King, the pig man.
Big man.
Yeah, it's Shoe or something. I'm probably yeah. But anyway, they come back to Gotham, and our young Monkey Prince is he's told he must go through the water curtain to learn his destiny, and he doesn't know what the big fat janitor who is drinking soda and making loud burps is talking about. So right there, you got a big fat janitor who's burping a lot. You know that's going to get me hooked. And anyway, plotline. His monkey tail pops out, as it happens.
Yada yada.
He eventually does go through the water, where he learns that he is actually, and that's where we see the pig man, the Shui, what's his name? Let's see if I can find this real quick here. Shifu Pigsy. Shifu Pigsy is his name. And he points out his father is the actual Monkey King floating on his cloud as he does. And he's just like, yeah, you got to go and become a hero and impress your dad because you ain't working it right now. And he comes back and he's the Monkey Prince. And he goes to beat up on the bullies who stole his Jordans, classic Jordans too, by the way.
He shouldn't be wearing those. Those are worth a fortune.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, his parents may be, super scientists working for supervillains, but they buy him nice shoes, and they're good parents by they're the kind of parents that Bruce Wayne wishes he had.
And that's why he specifically beat them up in front of their kids.
Exactly. It's like, oh, there will be better parents than my awful parents, screwing the cleaning lady and having a Joker baby. But of course, you know who is also in his gym class? 3 guesses who's in his gym classes.
Don't tell me a Robin.
Oh, yeah. The Robin, my friend.
The great
Damian Wayne in there.
Tomato.
Batman tells Damian to stand down till he gets there. And then all of a sudden, Batman throws his batarang and accidentally chops Monkey Prince's head off.
Really?
Batman's the worst, yeah. Though unlike Robin, where he died the first issue, this one, he's clearly still alive. So obviously there's going to be a whole mystical put my head back on scene. So yeah, Monkey Prince #1. I recommend you pick it up. If you're a fan of overly sarcastic theater's breakdown of modern and ancient myths, then you've listened to their Journey into the West series, which is fun. You will absolutely enjoy Monkey Prince #1. And if you want to see, if you hate Batman, this has got a lot of great Batman hate.
If you want to see Batman spank the monkey, pick it up.
It's funny because this week there was like some who was it? It was Monkey Meat #2 by Image Comics. It's completely different. It's an anthology series, but I was like, that's so funny. Shout out to Junie Bai.
I debated picking up Monkey Meat because I like the title. And, because it reminds me of the song Great Green Globs of Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts. You see, Now, in some versions of it, one of the verses are, Great Green Globs of Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts, chopped up baby parakeet, simulated monkey feet is the one I learned. But I guess in some cultures they say simulated monkey meat or possibly some other processed version of monkey meat. So, but I always liked that it was simulated monkey feet. So if they had called it monkey feet, I might have picked it up. But monkey meat, I didn't grow up in that neighborhood. We had simulated monkey feet in my rhyme. And so that was my disconnect. I was like, I know where they're going. I know that's what they're trying to remind me of in my nostalgia. But I
bet you read Flowers in the Attic under the age of 12 too, didn't you? Unsupervised.
But every girl in my school did, and we all knew it was in it. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, that's the book. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. But honestly, it just sounded like a girl book, It's like, let's have sex with people, like girls always want to do.
I don't know what school you went to. Starting to explain a lot.
I look as good as I do, no matter how old I am, and I date younger men.
All right, not talking about me.
Hey,
anyway, yeah. Careful which clips you drop, because these can get construed in very bad ways for a lot of people, Phil.
You're uncancelable, though.
I am uncancelable until they start doing these deep fakes on me. You know, you do these deep fakes, and now nobody knows what is true anymore. Oh, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people. Exactly.
All right, Lilith, go ahead, throw one in.
Let's see. Obviously, I'm gonna keep it on the DC side. Not too much going on that I want to talk about on the Marvel side. I'm gonna go with the best DC book that was out this week, and that would be Pennyworth #7.
Oh.
Now, does this take place in the Pennyworth universe, or
yes,
is this a
it absolutely does. It's like the missing missions or whatever in that vein. The guy looks like him. There's all the characters there. You get a little more backstory.
Because I saw the cover of this one, and it looked like it's older Pennyworth. So is this like they pull him in for one last job? What's the story?
Well, kind of sort. It's never one last job, but KG Beast is in this one, Phil. If you care. So it's like just Russia. I think the covers they just differ from artist to artist because the last one it was young Pennyworth from the TV show. They might even have variants for this. I never really check. I just grab what's on the shelf. It's not on my pull list, but if I see it, I pick it up. But it's fun. The Pennyworth shows like it's on HBO Max now, and I don't think they're getting. Are they getting another season or what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know,
but now that it's on HBO Max, I might watch it. So
yeah, exactly. And I've been catching up and stuff. So
now that it's on a system that that's the thing. It's like you put it on. It's like Apple TV. I'm sure there are lots of people that watch Apple TV. I'm not going to pay when I don't even have an Apple device in my home. I'm not going to pay to watch a streaming service.
Can you even get Apple TV if you don't have Apple TV?
Oh, yeah. They'll download anything.
Yeah. If you pay
They're
for
really
it.
study about their app. But they'll go anywhere. But it's
they'll do anything, I tell you. Anything.
Yeah. But, it's like for me, if I have an Apple device, okay, I'm already in the Apple cult. It's no problem. But it's like to say, oh, this is on Apple. It's like, oh, that sounds interesting, but not that interesting.
Exactly.
You know what? I had a free trial of it before. There isn't really even a lot on there. So, I mean, that's, at a certain point, it wasn't like a year ago, there really wasn't even anything worth it on there. So,
Epix?
I mean, who's still killing it is Netflix.
Yeah. Pennyworth was on Epix. That's the thing. It wasn't even Apple TV. It was Epix, which I had never even heard of until they said, oh, Pennyworth.
Literally, I think Pennyworth was the only show.
Yeah.
But no, the interesting thing about this is that it was limited series, but it was like 7 out of 7, and I'm just like, go off, I guess. Like, it's not 5, it's not 6, it's not 3, it's 7. So my general feeling was it was 10, and maybe it didn't pick up like they thought it was. So they ended it at 7.
Is that DC's magic numbers? Well, the magic.
It's 5 right now at this point.
Well, Marvel's doing 5s, but is DC doing 7s? Because that Green Arrow Aquaman thing is 7. There's something else that's 7.
Well, as they say,
I mean, that's just 2 more. It's just 2 more commitments that I'm not willing to bank on with Green Arrow and Aquaman. But
you can cancel any series at any time and just say it was a limited 12-issue maxi series like New Universe.
Oh, that's basically what they do anymore, unless you're like Spider-Man or Batman or. Yeah.
But no, these 7 issues had straight quality all the way through. I liked every single issue. I did come in at 3 and kind of picked up the back 2, but yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I liked the TV show Pennyworth. So if you are like dying for more Pennyworth, I think it's a good way to spend your time. I think that the show is interesting. I like the premise. I've always wanted to know Alfred's backstory. Not that I wanted them to really go with the spy thing. I prefer the actor route, but that's just me.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. See, that's the thing. One of the things I liked about Pennyworth as a series, for what I did see of it, was that they did sort of try to interweave everything into it. Like, yeah, but he does do a little acting. He is in showbiz, and never had him get fat though. That was he.
Not yet. We didn't have time, but it's from the guys that write the show and stuff. So, and those guys were the people that wrote Gotham. So it all just kind of makes sense to me, I guess.
Yeah, and those guys I really love the kind of stories they tell. Like I say, I really hope they bring back Donald Logue for Gotham PD. They really, I just think that would be so nice to have him back and to have him have a relationship with Gordon. Even that would be like the best part, because I know it's the new Gordon that they're putting in Gotham PD, right? Are they putting? Actually,
I don't know if they're putting Gordon. I don't know if we're gonna see Gordon in this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, then they should get Donald Logue as Commissioner Bullock. Then
Assistant to the commissioner, hard people.
I'm just saying, Harvey Bullock rose to a new level with when Donald Logue played him. To me, that's like J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson, who I really feel like, this character just defines him in a way that I don't think anyone else has. That where you actually had empathy for him and you understood who he was in a very deep and personal way. So
I don't care. Just bring in Annie Chang.
Somebody get Annie Chang on the phone.
Bring her in, man.
I mean, she's already in the HBO Max family, man.
She should. Yeah,
and that's honestly the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's already showed she can play a cop. She showed she can play an alien.
Mm-hmm. If you need an alien cop, there we go.
Oh, alien cop.
She should
it's Green. Ship her over to Green Lantern TV show then.
Oh, no, I was going to say Martian Manhunter. Have her be a Martian Manhunter. There we go.
No, I like that.
Come on, Phil. Throw out your pick. Let's go, buddy.
All right. I'll pander to one of our patrons who read Moon Knight number 8.
Well, of course I read Moon Knight number 8. I even paid money for it.
Well, I can't say that, but I did read it.
Yeah. Well, it's neat. I like this, the gods versus gods things. Although, I also kind of feel that's a little too easy of an out. Where Stained Glass Scarlet is now this empowered entity of magic and, whispered legends.
I mean, unless we're going to get more of that, because she was just like a human level vigilante before, so.
Yeah, but her story lends itself to legend, and then when and honestly, it's like, Khonshu, you need a win. Khonshu is just in such an abusive relationship with all of his fists. I'm just going to say that right now.
Or is it just like he reflects differently at working through each of his fists, so it's like he acts different with Hunter's Moon as opposed to Mark Spector. So like maybe they're going to reveal, oh hey, Mark Spector's been corrupting Khonshu, not the other way around.
Anything's possible. Who is Rutherford Winter?
I had to look that up. I don't know if he has a code name, but I guess he was in was it a Daughters of the Dragon series? So
okay.
Again, we're definitely totally getting that series one way or the other.
So what? I just hope they bring back what's her name? I'm trying to remember the character's name. The Daughter of the Dragon, who became the Iron Fist. What is her name?
Oh, Colleen
Wing. Yeah, I just hope they bring her back. That's the same actress, and have her keep the Iron Fist because the other guy wasn't using it.
Didn't even try.
Yeah, she
That's
can
the thing. You're getting paid and you didn't even try.
I mean, have her be the new Iron Fist. It's fine. No one's gonna mind, and one's even gonna notice.
All right. So for everyone here and everyone listening, if you have questions about this Moon Knight series, or the Black Cat stuff we enjoyed, or the Taskmaster series Charlie was reading, or the Death of Doctor Strange, stay tuned in 2 weeks, episode 250. We will be talking live with Jed McKay himself. So,
that'll be fun.
Yes,
I do like comic books written by that person.
Everyone. I hope you do. He writes half of Marvel's line, it seems like. Yeah,
well, and for what it's worth, he seems to have a real understanding of kind of I'm going to say professionalized superheroism and supervillainy. And this idea of, which is eventually the logical outgrowth of a world with superheroes. It's like, oh, you know what? There's going to be some kind of a structure to this, and people are going to have jobs, and there's going to be a tangible reality that is the result. It's sort of like when they came up with the idea of damage control because they were watching the 66 Batman, and they realized that they had the bat chute retrieval fluff and fold service come out because because if he's dropping the bat chutes to turn the car around, someone's got to go pick those up, wash them, clean them, and return them to the Bat Cave. Batman's not a litter bug. He's not Spider-Man. He's not just going to leave his bat chutes lying everywhere.
Oh, webbing disintegrates.
Exactly. Well, that's what they eventually decided was going to be their answer for that.
And if you want a long, a full episode review of Moon Knight number 8, go check out the Devil's Reign, our crossover part 13 on Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast,
original Moon Knight podcast.
I believe episode 265. So
that's the one.
All right, Charlie, you've been quiet. Throw out a book.
Did we talk Suicide Squad last week?
I think you did. Let me guess. Ambush Bug.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I do gotta say, I was so mad at DC Rendezvous because they put Ambush Bug on the cover, not in the book.
Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Do that to me, DC. I'm not liking it. You want to talk Avengers?
Avengers. Okay.
Avengers. This is part of the Ultimate Masters of Evil. We got teenage boy Thanos, Vivisector. No. He's delightful. You've got
so college
Necromancer Supreme,
college dropout Supreme,
yeah, who's still a hack.
Mm-hmm.
Barely gets through the fight with his with the armor made of his ex-lover intact because you know what, Wakanda comes and kicks the butt out of him.
Well, I love how this Doom is like, oh, I've killed everybody in every universe I've gone to, but why can't I defeat you, Jane Foster?
Yeah, well, because it's like, because you're bad at your job, Dr. Doom. It's like, yes, in all of the fodder universes, sweetheart,
he's Rick! He's on the infinite curve! He's Rick!
Yeah, he only knows how to defeat the universes that he has made.
He's the smartest guy in, yeah.
Yeah, everyone in which Reed Richards, ate a peanut when he was a kid and died of anaphylaxis.
Call back.
Yeah, well, it's entirely possible. And that's the thing. It's like, oh, well, I'm the Necromancer Supreme. It's like, and again, I think because this calls back when Doom decided to, how could I gain all of the knowledge of being a master sorcerer? It's like, well, if I have to make the skin of Valeria, not the kid Valeria, because that would be creepy.
Although it would track for Doom sometimes.
Yeah, who knows in this universe? But in this one, but in the whole thing, it's always, as everyone says, the whole thing about being a sorcerer is you have to pay, and Doom has too much ego to ever really pay. So he's really just a mystical con artist. He's no better than Mordo.
He's a petty dabbler.
He's a petty dabbler. He's never going to pay the price, and it's always going to come back at him because you can only burn so many universes to the ground before the forces say, no, we already burned all those universes to the ground. Now you got to pay.
Burn.
Yeah, so that was awesome. We get the death of Avengers Celestial Tower because that wasn't going to last forever. It was cool while it lasted, but probably now the Celestial is going to be reborn and all that kind of nonsense, as you do. And again, they all come out okay, except for like a literally disposable Deathlock. Literally, they're just the Deathlocks. They are sent there to be cannon fodder. That was what they were. That was their purpose, and they served their purpose.
Red shirts. Yeah,
and everybody survived, even though they're like, oh, you stay alive so I can kill you again later as I run away. It's like, oh, you villains are so bad at your job.
I mean, if they were good at their jobs, would they even be considered villains?
Exactly. You see that this is one of the basic, and this, of course, it is like professional wrestling, where there will you do know we're going to get to a triumphal arc, and every time it's like to make a truly scary villain, they've got to be playing a much longer game than I think. Where I do think sometimes these arcs in comics fail at, because their game just doesn't go as far as that it needs to. And if it's all just, well, we're just the best villains ever, if all their motivation, so the High Evolutionary has a goal. Certain characters have certain goals that you can see, okay, this is their plan, this is how their plan works, and this is how it fails. But when their plan is just, we are just going to be the ultimate BAs and kill everybody. It's like, well, obviously that's not going to work. What's your end game, man? What's your plan? You compare that to Korvac, who wanted to turn the world into crystal cows. Okay, at least he has a plan. We can disagree with that over an Iron Man. And we can say, okay, yeah, crystal cows is bad. Let's see how bad Tony Stark will do worse. Because we know that's where that story's going. And that's a much more engaging story to me, I think. I mean, I like this story. It's a lot of fun, and it's always fun to see Doctor Doom get beat up. It's always fun to see Thanos get beat up. Because any super haughty character is fun to see get beat up. But I do realize that it's just Revenge of the Nerds kind of fun, It's just like, oh, you thought you were the best, but actually you're kind of...
Dr. Doom is totally booger. What a lech.
Oh... Jeez, okay. Actually, I always thought Booger was kind of the fun one. He's the one that brought weed.
That's how you know he's the one you gotta watch out for.
True. Well, that's because he became a lawyer. He's the only Tri-Lam to become a lawyer.
I only talk crap because he's God in the supernatural universe. Don't worry about it. No, wait, that's Chuck. Never mind. He's like the right hand of God in the supernatural universe.
Yeah, but no, yes, Curtis Armstrong, my favorite actor, the man who should play Doom in any live-action adaptation.
I agree. I'll give you that.
He will be the best Doom. No one will encapsulate who he is better than him. As much as I think that, what's his name, from the new Spider-Man movie, and the old Spider-Man movie, was Dr. Octopus. I think as much as Alfred Molina was Dr. Octopus in a very real way, Curtis Armstrong will be Dr. Doom in a very real way.
It's got that Napoleon complex.
Well, exactly.
Adds a little patina to it. I agree.
But that's the whole definition of Dr. Doom, is a guy who just can't get over the fact that as good as he is,
builds with some armor that's 6 foot.
He just has to be not as good, or he just has to be happy that he's really good at a lot of things. And if you could just be happy with
But with that, he absolutely has to come with horny Doombots. It's the only way I accept it.
You know what? I can totally see it, so I'll
went to a hole on principle.
Yeah. Anyway, Philip or Lilith, do you have a book?
Yeah,
I do. Why I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm talking about Mighty Morphin number 16. It is the end of the Italian War. The best thing about this book is that Zordon gets a body and kicks Lord Zed's ass. So yes, the thing we've finally been waiting for.
So here's a question with Zordon getting a body. Because he seems to be like a computer program. Does he just inhabit...
Well, he got trapped in the tube in the previous war. So, this is the best thing about both the Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin books. We get so much backstory on where they start the show is just, completely in Mesre. So, we learned Zordon is kind of he's atoning for a lot of the crap that he pulled. So, a guy in a jar, you just assume things, How'd you get there? What'd you do, sir?
Yeah, well, that's usually the game, You got to get... You got to pull a lot of jobs to get out of where you got stuck in,
Yeah,
out from the debt.
And previously the previous stories had focused on Rita, which was great, and now we're really getting into her rivalry with Zordon, and now the Lord Zed and Zordon is very epic. So this book was so good. I think it was my favorite book of the week. I'll go ahead and say that. It was my favorite book overall for the week.
So you're a big fan, and you're a big fan of the Yellow Power Ranger.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Thai. Yeah, so this book is written by Ryan Perich, and the art is by Marco Renna. Just a great team to have around. And if you don't know, it's like Boom Studios' biggest book. Both of them, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. So, yeah.
I mean, it's good that your generation can really support that.
And we're getting a whole multiverse, baby, and Disney doesn't have their filthy paws on it anymore. I couldn't be happier.
That's what you should be. You know, you should be happy to have it grow and expand. Every multiverse should grow. Every multiverse should flourish. You know, that I wish everyone, like Stanley said, you know, success for one is success for all.
It truly is. So there's hope for like a live action He-Man and She-Ra and stuff. It's out there. I mean, they have like 5 different versions on Netflix already. So animated wise,
I don't know if you can do He-Man in live.
I think we can try. I think it'd be okay to try. I didn't mind the old live action. I mean, the storyline was everywhere, but
and Tom Paris was in it.
Look, you know, you can do live. You know, you can do. Dolph Lundgren was a good He-Man within a Lou Ferrigno universe.
Exactly.
It's like, how do you do a He-Man without just getting a big guy to be a He-Man? Although, you know what?
He doesn't even have to be that big. I mean, well, look at me saying that. Strike that from the record. Scratch that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, although I am going to say, you know, you do watch John Cena over on Peacemaker, and do you know what? He's got a good body. He's got a really good body for that, you know. And then, you know, you see freaking The Rock over doing his Black Adam thing, and it's like, well, you know what? Maybe humans can theoretically look like action figures. Although I also worry about, I don't want these poor people hurting themselves, you know. That's the thing. You don't want these good actors hurting themselves trying to look like a plastic toy. It's enjoyable, and somehow I got pregnant.
And you know, and that's what padding and prosthetics are for. Looking at you, Stephen Amell. In the last 2 seasons? Those were not his pecs, sir. You can't fool me.
I'm just saying, you can't do that with He-Man. The man is a shirtless hero.
You can absolutely do it. CGI is just that good. I won't name names, but CGI is just that good these days.
Oh my!
I don't know, man. Since Ricardo Montalban passed, I don't know who does the work anymore.
Exactly.
What card please?
All right,
Phil, your pick.
I must take umbrage with Little Hellfire saying there was nothing good on the Marvel side this week.
No, I mean outside of the stuff that we would normally discuss over on Ultimate Spider-Cast. Obviously.
Okay, so I was gonna say, did you read Amazing Spider-Man?
Of course I did.
88-point Bay. With the return of the Slingers.
Phil was so excited. You guys don't even know.
And Hobie's back.
He bought it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually on the pull list. This gets pulled until I decide that Spider-Man is like.
So he cannot get any more Dr. Octopus out of that book. Then it's in the gutter.
No, you know, I liked this episode with the stingers, and that was nice, and the time vortex, and are these the Crystal?
This was so 90s it hurt, Phil. No wonder you're just giddy with glee, bro.
Yes,
so here's what I gotta know: like this girl that got infected with like the Crystal virus, is she gonna become a Crystal warrior? Like, you know, or is she actually just dying of crystal poisoning?
Only the strong survive. I guess we'll find out.
Because these are the crystal warriors, but at the same time, you know, which first off opens this whole conundrum because, wait, weren't those the good guys against the Magma Men? Are the Magma Men really the good guys? Are we going to get this whole, like, no, they were actually the haughty royal oppressors to those hardworking Magma Men the whole time?
You know, sometimes you got to shake up the status quo and change your point of view. Just saying.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, that's good. But what did you think, Phil?
Oh, I loved it.
He's like, from cover to cover, it just made me cry.
That's not blue. No, I love at the end. They're like, hey, you want more slingers? I'm going to have to write them. Be like, yes, I want more slingers. Damn it. We didn't even get Prodigy.
Yeah, we need to get Phil's letter in a Marvel book, honestly.
Yes, come on. Ray, Macona, getting these people getting letters in. I need to get it in, damn it. But no, I like this, and it's by Jeffrey Thorne, who's writing the current Green Lantern book right now.
Oh.
So
You know, we do have a Green Lantern podcast.
I know, and I know Mr. Allred was like, he said, yeah, let me know if it's worth picking up. So, yes, I will definitely say yes. But no, I like how, since Hornet's dead, we make Kobe Brown the new Hornet, since Miles Morales' uncle is the Prowler right now.
Yeah.
And I love how Jeffrey Thorne remembers all his history, at least from Clone Conspiracy, because when she's like...
Well, that's a lot to dig through, to be fair.
I know. Which I love how she's like, you've died, you've come back, you've been cloned. Yeah, I know.
Baggage.
And I thought it was like naturally woven in that whole Beyond storyline, because it's like, oh yeah, why are they paying millions of dollars for this nonprofit or something? It's like,
well, tax evasion, obviously, but
well, yeah. But come on, it's Beyond. They're doing more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is the whole thing with the whole Beyond Corp, is they're up to something. They're gonna.
And I still can't figure it out. Do you have any clue what it could be, Charlie? I'm like, it could be anything still.
Okay, this is what we're talking about over on Super Connectivity.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to cut you off at the legs.
Look. Okay, it's the Beyond Corporation. The corporation founded by Beyonders from the Beyond.
Allegedly.
Well, but the whole thing is that
fake news.
This is the whole thing that is coming up right now. Is we're coming back to the Beyonder, coming back to the Beyonders, coming back to the Beyond. Because
and if you want to find out more, watch Super Connectivity.
Yeah, their plan is to. Whatever their plan is to, and honestly, I'm going to be clear with you. I don't know if the Beyond Corporation is run by Beyonders, or if they're just trying to doom that last bits of Beyonder energy that might still exist in this universe. But whatever it is, it deals with the Beyonders, and the Beyond Corporation is trying to do something. They're trying to do something, and it's going to be crazy when they do it. Because they've already stolen all of Otto's cloning and brain tech.
Those bastards!
Because that's the whole thing. They took Otto's brain tech so they could rewrite everyone's memories. Because, obviously they're not going to create it themselves because they're not as good as Otto, obviously.
Superior puss.
They don't understand what they're doing. And they're just basically, they're like Doom. They're just, someone else wrote a book, so I'm going to read it, and I'm going to say I'm a Sorcerer Supreme now. And, which is like, it's annoying to Otto. Because he's like, okay, yeah, I see you stole my stuff. I'm not mad that you did it. I'm offended that you don't know what to do with it. Same thing that's going over with the Superior 4. It's like, you guys, I don't know what you think you're doing, but all y'all, you're idiots.
Well, while you bring that up, Charlie, Lilith and I talked about Devil's Reign number 4 last night, but do you think they're like, you read Devil's Reign 4, are they like trying to sexy up Otto?
He definitely is getting some of his Tolliver back on this, yeah.
He's got a decent haircut.
Not just for Aunt May anymore.
Oh, my.
Here's what I'll say with
No, he's doing it to all of New York.
Here's what I'll say with Otto is he is,
wearing black suits instead of white suits. Come on.
He knows what he's doing. That's the thing. He can fix it. He can fix it. These are all rental bodies. Literally. He just goes to the vat, churns out a new one, and he's mad because he knows, much like Wilson Fisk, he knows someone meddled with his stuff. Someone took something from his brain. He's like, I know you took something because I know where everything's supposed to be in here. I can see you took out some blocks. And I'm mad about that.
Well, yeah, he kind of hinted around at that in the first issue. That's Superior 4. He's like, yeah, people say I made a deal with Mephisto, and he's like, if I was in my right mind, I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, well,
not like some weirdo spider kid.
Dang Parker DNA.
Get you every time.
Parker in, yeah, it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you.
He's a menace.
He's a threat.
Yeah, I'm just like I said. My only thing is my only sadness about it is that we do not have freaking Anna Marie Marconi back yet. So I know she's over on the West Coast, probably safer for her. But
But just wait until Ben gets out there.
I was gonna say they keep hitting around that Ben Riley might be getting his own book and heading west, so maybe she'll show up in that book.
Okay, yes. Although I was mad that they also did attack the TJ, which the TJ version of Otto in the one universe where he was.
Oh yeah, the kid, yeah.
The one Tolliver, I guess. I guess that's what
Tolliver Jr.
Yeah, something. Anyway.
But, no, wasn't his father like Torbert or something? So maybe he was named after the father in that universe.
Oh, Torbert Jr. Yeah, anything's possible. But it's going to be interesting to see where they all go with this. So that was the universe where he became a teen hero. Where's the teen? He got bitten by a radioactive spider.
And
Why
then,
not?
Yes. And then Kingpin gets his memory back.
Yeah. Because he makes the
magic stick.
Man make him remember because wait, what? Which is also like, why didn't I think of that? Like, wait, it's Purple Man's power. They made me forget. Why don't I just have Purple Man make me remember? Because he's a super villain and he's stupid. He doesn't have vision.
Had to play with the stick.
But this is literally why Otto is just disgusted to work with these people. Because it's just like,
I don't know.
He has that line, I'm surrounded by idiots.
I mean, it seems like in Devil's Reign 4, he seems like he's trying to take everything for, he's trying to use what the Kingpin's done and be like, you know what? I'm just going to take the organization and,
Well, he's going to do something. I don't know exactly what he's going to do yet, but.
Because those drones scream Otto.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all his stuff.
Mm-hmm. I read Superior Spider-Man. I know.
Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, but and to me, that's the thing for Otto. It's like, here's my old drones that I used to have running around the city. Yeah.
That's so 5 generations ago.
That's something I came up with, on the back of a napkin back when I was pretending to be Spider-Man. Enjoy.
I was going to say, take the octopus legs or the spider legs off them. Yes, now they...
Just put wings on them, fine.
Hoverboard, yeah.
Have fun. Okay. I don't know how much longer you guys want to go. I got more books.
Oh, can we talk about Radiant Black number 12 real quick, if everybody read it?
Yeah. I was wondering if
Secret of Radiant Pink.
Yay. I feel personally attacked.
I know. She's like running into a Best Buy for more Mike. I was like, I feel you.
Yeah. And everyone's podcasting now. That's why we have no mics left.
She's a Twitch streamer. Oh, men.
Hey, the last time I went to get a laptop, I know they were like, "Oh, hey, we don't have that many left." It was like over a year ago, but it's like,
yeah, thanks pandemic for the chip shortage.
Yeah, but
I still don't have my good PS5.
Yeah, we got the secret origin of Radiant Pink and Radiant Yellow, but we still technically don't have Radiant Yellow. Our old man Radiant,
Yes, exactly.
Old dude Radiant, he fixes electronics. Just like he came into the superhero game too old for this stuff. I mean, I like it, and I like Radiant Yellow's entire take on everything because he is just like, I'm living in the moment. And says, "Oh no, I can see the future," which is also fun. Just like, yeah, also, I am magical prior to this, just so you know. I'm not going to name the trope, but
so Pink was the streamer, Yellow was working at Best Buy. So are we saying modern technology creates superheroes and supervillains?
Duh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would say that basically these things are looking for the people that can best encapsulate what the power sets give them. So the fact that he has the Shining, as it were, is probably why Yellow found him. And why it was waiting for Pink. Here's my big thing. This backup story. Did you read the backup story?
Yes, you read your comic cover to cover. It's what you do, buddy.
Is this like supposed to be related to it? or is this a teaser for something? Because I'm like, oh, we have these special orbs, and they give us amazing powers. See, mine is blue, and yours is yellow. And it's like, wait a minute, this seems like something I just read. So if this is not related to the book I just read, what is this backup story? Because
I think it's related. I think it's a hint.
I wonder, man. That's what's weird and interesting. But it's also
Hey,
interesting.
Phil, shoot Kyle, friend of the show, Kyle Higgins, a note. Ask him, what the hell is that backup story about? We're confused.
Yeah, because this is all like sci-fi superhero, and this is all like, mystical. Oh, the one chosen stone has found her way to be the place. Ooh.
It's Sailor Moon, baby.
I mean, we're on issue 12. I was like, hey, it's been a year. You want to come on and talk?
I would love to have him back, because I have questions, sir, and I have receipts.
I'll try, but I mean, I think he said there was someone starting up like an actual Radiant Black podcast.
Oh.
So what, he can't talk to his old friend?
I mean, we'll try. I'll try.
I mean, I'm not saying he has to give us spoilers. Hey, look.
We just want answers that you can give.
Tell you what, if you're too big to talk to us, call the number and say, the backup story on that was just, I had nothing to do with that. That was just something, that's a teaser for another book.
I mean, that book is doing pretty well for Image, so maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's entirely possible. Just prior to this, we were getting like that little, Dante's Video Store Inferno in the back, and
maybe he's building a universe. I don't know.
I thought they said something about they were going to build some stuff off of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's like maybe a parallel universe, a hint, something. Like they wouldn't just throw a backup story in issue 12 for nothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
that's what I needed. I need closure on Lilith. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought they said he was building like his own little universe off of this. So yeah. Something.
That's what I got from it, but
But
it's all ether until it's confirmed,
Yeah, the series is good. I mean, I was like, dang, we're on issue 12 already. It hasn't seemed like a year, already on this book.
I think we've literally talked every single issue too.
Yes, we have. I mean, we've at least mentioned it. Yeah, every time something's come out.
Yeah. Oh, Radiant Black, yeah, because it's a good series.
It really is. I really enjoy the artwork too. I think it really stands out. It's a little different than what's at Image, so that's what makes it stand out for me.
And and again, I mean, is this it's good because I think is this the only book that's not more that all three of us are reading?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Different strokes for different folks, but on that note.
I just think Lilith likes it because it's got a very strong Power Rangers vibe.
Obviously. I think Kyle does a really great job with group dynamics and deep, rich backstories and like emotional character work. So I think that just translates to whatever book.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, you think about it, we have so many books in this that no superheroism occurs at all. There's no adventure. It's literally just, this is a person and this is their life. Oh, and here's some magic that gets tossed on them. And that's like, what if the first issue of Amazing Fantasy, or what if Amazing Fantasy 15 was actually just a day of Peter Parker at high school?
Getting beat up, hiding in the toilet.
Dealing with what he had to deal with. And at the very end, he gets the spider bite. And then you got to wait till Amazing Fantasy 16 to see what happens next.
Kids back then weren't paying a nickel for all that.
No, fair enough. They're like, I can get beat up in high school on my own. Thank you. I don't need your help, Mr. Stan Lee.
I was going to say, Stan Lee was right in that.
If that is your real name.
I mean, that was like Ultimate Spider-Man, Lilith. I mean, what? Did he get...
Oh, yeah.
First one, I don't think he put the suit on until, issue 4 or 5 at least.
Spend it.
Well, he likes a slow burn. And the thing is, there, you know where it's going. See, one of the things I like about Radiant Black is it does all these backstories as flashbacks and jump backs.
Yeah, you don't know where it's going, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's always good when we get there. That's the thing.
So give the kids their homework. Wait, there's no homework for this show.
Well, I was going to say, again, once again, in 2 weeks, we'll be talking to Mr. Jed McKay. So if you have any questions about the 50 books he writes a month, send them to us. We'll ask him live. You can even send audio I can play it for him live. Ask him in your own voice. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And also, please follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join the Capes and Lunatics Cloakroom on Facebook. Go check out our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. The Amy Chang interview is burning up. Yeah, it's way past what I told you it was. Where is that last night, Lil?
Nice.
So we're gonna hit us out.
Maybe we can get 400 hours of watch time to get monetized.
Maybe. Hey, I think she even got us a couple new subscribers. So thank you.
Nice.
Yes, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video. But most importantly, if you can, please subscribe to our Patreon. We're all paying for this out of our own pockets, so every little bit helps. $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews. Mr. DG Chichester every month.
Brings out the good mic for the Chichester chats.
That's right. The man is a
Gotta be careful
professional.
with those good mics.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
That's right. And Patreon exclusive only on Patreon. Yes, they get the superhero movie brackets. Join us on the
What
journey.
will be the worst superhero movie?
Will it have a 4 in the title? I don't know.
Will it have an X in the title? I don't know.
Will it have a Catwoman in the title? I don't know.
Will Halle Berry be in it? Yeah, that works on both sides of the aisle.
All right, so she wasn't an apocalypse. All right. Anyway, so yes, please subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekick merch. Find everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk Power Rangers with you?
Yeah, definitely. If you guys want to go Power Ranger talk with me, feel free to find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making all of the comments at Lilith Hellfire69.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business. That's a handful.
Charlie Esser.
Well, they can always write to me in their old-fashioned email way, where our mothers and fathers once did at superconnectivityblog at gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Likewise, they can follow me on the Twitters. I live tweet Naomi Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. when a new episode comes out. And we finally learn the truth about Superboy Prime. It's coming, mark my words, at Charlie Esser. That's CHARLIE. ESSER. Look for the 2 E's in the middle. For what?
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz. By the way, solar flares may prevent us from finishing a live episode, but I just want to let you know that was what took out Elon Musk and also didn't let me finish last episode. Okay. Did you hear about that? His whole satellite network just got destroyed.
Aww.
I don't like the Schadenfreude, but you know what, Elon? Sorry, dude.
Why? Shots fired.
It wasn't a solar flare. It was Grimes, his ex-wife.
Oh. Hotter than the sun, the fire of an ex-scorn. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Jed McCain, 2 weeks. But until next week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
And once again, stay tuned for all those double rain tie-ins.
The collective has many
Moon Night podcast.
To know her is to fear her. She only got one though, because they were
2.
stingy.
They're done with that. But yeah, right here, to know her is to fear her. It's the WNO Daredevil podcast and Super Connectivity for Superior Force.
Superior Puss!
Heyo. And remember, kids, eat whatever the hell you want. Good night.